Melinda and I used to be a loving couple. I was handsome and wealthy, she was young and sexy. We seemed like a match made in heaven. But after we had our daughter, things started falling apart. To keep the family together, we made a deal. As long as neither of us abandoned the family, we could do whatever we wanted on the side. We went to a party, and Melinda had been sulking the whole time until Joel showed up. He was her invite. Her face lit up, and she rushed over to give him a hug. I walked to the window and caught the whole thing. When Melinda noticed me, she acted like nothing was wrong. It killed me inside. Then the two of them started dancing together. My friends didn't hesitate to point it out. To save face, I insisted he was just Melinda's friend. Melinda got drunk and started playing the piano. I found my chance to get Joel alone. He thanked me for my hospitality and for being so understanding. I asked him if he'd ever heard the name Martin. Joel said he'd seen it in the news the guy had gone missing. I told him Martin disappeared right after becoming Melinda's close friend. Joel got the message loud and clear. He left without even saying goodbye. The next day, I made breakfast for Melinda and our daughter, then drove her to school. A real stand-up guy, right? But everyone already knew about our situation because Melinda loved bragging about our messy arrangement. My friends kept telling me I was a good man, but that Melinda had serious issues. Still, I chose to tough it out. When I got home, Melinda blew up at me. Turns out Joel had called her, he was cutting things off and leaving town. Melinda blamed me. Joel was my good friend. I really miss him. All I could do was apologize.
You're not just going to apologize to me. You're gonna apologize to Joel. I already spoke to him. He's leaving on Saturday, so I invited him over for dinner on Friday.
That evening, I made dinner for everyone. At the table, I deliberately brought up stories from when Melinda and I first fell in love. Joel looked uncomfortable. To break the tension, Melinda told him I was mentally unstable.
Do you wish that I were normal, Melinda?
My God, all the time.
Because if I were normal, I don't think Joel would be over here having dinner with us.
Sometimes. That only made things more awkward. After dinner, I put our daughter to bed. Once I got Melinda out of the way, I scared Joel off for good. At another party, I met a writer named Tony. When he asked what I did, I told him I was retired early and spent most of my time mountain biking and hanging out with my daughter. Tony's wife Kelly looked envious and asked what I used to do. Melinda chimed in that I designed chips for military drones, the kind that help locate enemy targets. Tony scoffed and called it a moral gray area. We went back and forth until it almost got physical. Luckily, our friends stepped in and smoothed things over. Watching Melinda act all lively and charming, I decided to ask Kelly to dance just to get under her skin. When her friends pointed us out, Melinda saw how much fun we were having. It ate her up inside. On the drive home, Melinda asked if I found Kelly attractive. When I said yes, jealousy got the better of her. She unbuckled her seatbelt and slowly moved closer to me. I thought we might finally get back on track after that, but then a phone call shattered my hopes. The bank called to inform me that $3,000 had been transferred to someone named Charles. The memo said, piano lessons. I tracked down the restaurant where the piano teacher performed. The guy was good-looking and talented. Then, I saw Melinda walk in. Watching the two of them making eyes at each other, I stormed out alone. Melinda didn't come home until the next day, completely wasted. I demanded to know why she'd stayed out all night and why she'd written Charles a $3,000 check. Instead of explaining, she made it worse by describing exactly what happened between them. Once again, I swallowed my pride. The next day, I took our daughter to the vet. On the way, I spotted Charles carrying a bouquet of flowers. By the time we got home, those same flowers were sitting on our table.